Hey guys, this is going to be part 2 of the same video, my second video, but I accidentally stopped the recording, so I'm starting it over again. And I was talking about the Jello, how you can eat sugar-free Jello. And that was good for me to have that Jello because that was like the first solid food that I could have. So that was really good to be able to do that. Now, I want to stop talking about that for a moment, and I need to apologize to some family members for not attending certain family functions that I wish I felt like I could attend, but another truck going by. But I just felt so bad. I just felt so bad about the way I looked and the way I dressed. You might notice, like on the other video, I have on black. This video, I have on black. For the last few years, that's all I had. That's all I wore was black sweatsuits, you know. I didn't want to stand out, even going out to public places, you know, the grocery store and stuff like that. I didn't wear any colors. My mom used to ask me to wear some colors. She even brought me something a few years ago. It was a sweatsuit, but it was like sky blue. But I just couldn't feel it. I just couldn't bring myself to putting that on. I felt so bad, and there was family functions that happened that in my heart I really wanted to attend, but I know that I would have felt so bad, and I think maybe you can't understand it if you're not in the situation. But let me tell you something. I went to Rite Aid, and I was in the aisle talking to one of the associates that works there about something. And this little girl came in the store with her mom. And I remember that she looked at me and she said, "Oh my God, Mommy, that lady is so fat." You know, and that hurt really, really bad. You know, I talked to people about it after it happened, you know, and I might have laughed a little. But it really wasn't funny. It was like reality hitting me in the face. You know, it was right there. And I remember a friend saying to me, if there's something that you don't like about yourself, change it. You know, but like I remember even that incident with that little girl saying I was so bad. I mean, I couldn't be upset with her or anything because little kids say what they see. You know, they tell the truth. And I was so fat, couldn't say anything. And it was crazy because it made me feel so bad. But I remember going to Popeyes, getting some shrimp and a couple of biscuits and sweet tea, and taking it home eating it. You know, that's crazy. But realizing that I had a problem with food was really hard to do. It's crazy because it's like you know that you're getting bigger, you know that you're constantly eating, you know how your clothes are filling, but it doesn't really hit you until like one day I woke up and I was like, how did I get here? You know, how did I get here? And I felt so bad. I felt so bad about myself. You know, so that's how I felt about myself, and I knew I would be so embarrassed and just feel so bad if I went to these functions. And it was going to be with people that I knew or people that I've grown up with that have never seen me this big, you know, because I've been small all of my life. And I, you know, since I got big like this, it's the first time me being so big. And I know that things would have been said or whatever, and I just was so embarrassed about the way I looked, the way I dressed and everything. I just felt so bad. So I want to apologize to those family members. You know, another incident happened, and this was with family members, and we were having a family reunion. And I remember I had the children sitting with me, and we were watching TV and playing or whatever. And I remember my uncle came in, and he said to me, "Wow, when you sit around, you really sit around." Oh, I can't tell you how that hurt. Because that was a relative, a close family member, that said that. And I know he wasn't trying to hurt my feelings. He wasn't being mean or anything. He just saw what he saw and he cracked the joke that he did. But it still made me uncomfortable. It still made me feel bad. And I didn't want to feel that pain anymore. I didn't want to put myself in situations knowing the outcome. I see how people looked at me out in the street. I see, you know, how kids looked at me out in the street. But it was like, well, I'll probably never see those people again. You know, they just see me now, but, oh well. There were certain times that I had to go out and certain things that I had to do, so I did them. But I couldn't just put myself in a situation where I know I was going to feel really, really bad. So again, I want to apologize to those family members. It wasn't personal. It wasn't against you, saying I didn't want to be around you. I didn't want to be at your affair or your function. I just felt so bad. And I hope that one day maybe you can understand. I love you guys. But like my friend said, if there's something you don't like about yourself, change it. And now that's what I'm doing. On this journey, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm changing. Okay, as you know, I started my process at the end of May. And I weighed 310 pounds. And I had my surgery on August 27th. And when I went in for surgery, I had lost 50 pounds. So I was down 260 pounds. That's how much I weighed when I went into surgery. Because at one of my appointments, they told me that if you can lose weight before the surgery, it would make your surgery so much better and your recovery so much better. If you can lose weight, because they talk about the fat that could be around your liver and, you know, certain organs. And it would be easier if that wasn't there. It would make the surgery a lot easier. So I did, and I lost 50 pounds before I went into surgery. And a lot of people were saying, you know, even doctors were saying, you know, you lost 50 pounds since May. You don't even need to have the surgery because on June 3rd, I had like 5 or 6 tests done, and then on July 11th, I had like 5 or 6 tests done. So they were saying, you don't need to have the surgery if you could lose weight like that. But that wasn't true. It was like, okay, yeah, I could lose the weight like that, but would I be able to keep it off? And I don't think I would. I think there would have been instances where I would eat, you know, certain things that are not healthy, certain things that I shouldn't eat, I would have eaten. And I can say that because since I had my surgery, you know, like I seen a box of Mike and Ike's, and I was like, oh, wow, it would be really nice to have a couple of Mike and Ike's. I wouldn't even eat the whole box. I could just eat 2 or 3 of them, you know, then I'd be satisfied. This is what I'm saying in my mind, right? And I thought about it and was like, well, I can't. So that was the end of that. And thinking about it, I know